It is the 24th of December. It is Christmas Eve, julafton, and to everyone, Happy Christmas. It's been a long... Well, actually, you know what? It's been a fucking short December. It feels like only a few days ago that I started doing these videos. And now I've done fucking 24 of them. Unfucking believable. I don't believe it. Thanks for sticking with me. Obviously you have, because you're at the last one. It's been challenging to do this every day, but it has been fun at the same time. And it's been fun hearing other people's experiences as I taste together with them. But I'm sure we can talk more about that at the end of this video. Let's get into blind tasting of beer. Alright, which beer did they give us as the julafton beer? I am interested. It's a fancy occasion, so I bought out the Salto glass. It's looking like it could be a Christmas beer. It's looking a little bit brown. A little bit brown. Not... Oh, wait, yeah, okay. If I put it up against the light, it's a little bit sort of... you won't be able to see that. It's a little bit sort of red. A little bit of a ruby hue. Not that different to Sali Jul. Maybe a little bit cloudier. Ooh. It's a Christmas beer. It's a Christmas beer, all right. And I mean, that is totally like it. It makes sense. This is the beer that we get on julafton because this will work with Christmas food. The thing I'm trying to work out right now, because I'm getting all the classic Christmas beer notes, right? I'm getting a little bit of breadiness. I'm getting a little bit of caramel malt. I'm not getting the same amount of chocolate that I got in Sali Jul a few days ago, but there is still a little bit of chocolate there. A little bit more roast and a little bit more of a like a sweet and nutty character that I like compared to Sali Jul. I'd say like the caramel is a little sweeter. And there's a little bit more nuts involved here. But the thing that I was trying to figure out is this bottom fermented or is this top fermented? I mean, is it an ale or is it a lager? Yeah, you know what? I am leaning ale. I'm not getting a whole lot of those notes that I normally get from a bottom fermenting yeast, and I'm not getting a whole lot of the like super cleanness that I would normally get from a bottom fermented lager style beer. Of course, it could be a faster lager style, which is not necessarily as clean, but then that tends to accentuate those sort of lagery notes, like the lager yeast notes. Nope. No, I think it's an ale because the ale is accentuating that character more. That it's accentuating that caramel character a little bit more. I'm not usually the type of person that's a proponent for pairing this kind of beer with pinnekjøtt, which is my adopted traditional smoked my adopted traditional Christmas food. I'm more of a I want some acidity kind of person. So I'm not sure I would pair this. I would sure as heck drink it on julafton. And here we are, but with the pinnekjøtt, not sure. But I mean, it is a classic, and of course it works, right? It's a classic, and there's something to that. A lot of people love it, and that means, by definition, that it's a thing that works, right? Reasonably decent body. It's a little... Like, some of the bodies we've had have been gigantic. Fucking gigantic. But this is more normal. For what you'd expect for a 4.7% thing. So it's a lighter, drier body with a nice little bit of caramel bite. Caramel sweetness on the side. Quite similar to Sali Jul, but I'd say this is a little less clean. A little more malty. And, yeah. It's so hard to make such a tasteful, like, such a taste explosion of a beer under 4.7%. And this whole fucking calendar, man, this whole fucking calendar has just hit it out of the park. almost every single beer that we've had has been like the absolute best that you can do within the restrictions that the Norwegian government has placed on us. I'm so impressed. I'm repeatedly impressed by all of these breweries that have, like, made such ridiculously good beers. Honestly, I haven't been thinking that much about the fact that these are under 4.7%. They've just been good fucking beers, you know? I mean, on the other hand, there's something to be said about the fact that the breweries could sell it to us directly. And in that way, they had control over the supply chain. They had control over how it was stored. They had control over when it was brewed and when you got to drink it. And that has a lot to say. If a brewery brews like a really fantastic IPA or like a fruited New England IPA, like those young punks that we got on day one, if they brewed something like that and it went and sat on the shelves at Gulating or at Mani for 4 months before you got to drink it, it's not going to be good anymore. Those beers are not shelf stable, and Hansa and Ringnes pay the stores so that they won't be stored in the okay, they not Gulating, right? But Mani, they pay the stores so that they won't be stored cold. You know, so I mean, you have a better chance if you get it at Gulating, but it's still, there's a lot of warm storage at Gulating, and that is far from ideal. Oh, anyway, let's find out what it is. Oh. It's whatever that is. It's Julebayer, Fatlagret. That was a thing I probably should have picked up on. Dude. Not only was I wrong about it being top fermented, it's bottom fermented, it's a lager, but it was fucking barrel aged. Oh, I didn't get that one at all. What on earth? Oh, now that you say it, I'm getting a little bit of, so it's got to be power of suggestion. I just didn't pick it up blind. I mean, I wasn't looking for it, but I just did not pick that up blind. I get some vanilla. Okay, I get some bourbon. I don't even know if it's bourbon casks. Going by my record, me saying it's bourbon casks means that it's not going to be bourbon casks. No, doesn't say. But bourbon casks are the easiest to get a hold of for reasons. And that does, that gives me the vanilla notes that I get from bourbon. So I'm just, there's that sweet edge there. I was wondering about that. Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna pull a douchebag move here and say, like, that bourbon note combined with the under fermented, that bourbon note is the thing that made me think that it was top fermented. Likely story. Oh no, actually, you know what? I think this one is better enjoyed unblend. Knowing what it is, being able to look for the barrel aged notes, being able to sit down and actually sit with it for a good long while. That's it's better to drink this unblind, I'd say. I only poured half the bottle, so I'm gonna be spending a good few minutes, enjoying the rest of this. Now that I know about it, I mean those bourbon notes are jumping right out at me, but clearly couldn't pick them blind. All right, I think that will do it. And this is the last video, so man, again, thank you so much for sticking with me. It's been super fun to do this throughout December. Also super exhausting, so I'm glad I'm done. But so coming up soon, we have the Ølsmaking Awards, which will be in the Ølsmaking Facebook group. I have no idea if I'll post that on YouTube or not, but that's going to be like, we have a jury of a whole bunch of beer tasters, and we've all voted on what the best beers in different categories are for this year, and we'll make a fun little video about what we picked. And next year I'm planning on doing some decent stuff with, like, now that I've started actually spending the time to record some videos, I've started thinking about what I want to make videos about. Spoiler, it's not going to be just sitting at a table drinking some beer. I find that pretty boring, to be completely honest. So I'm going to be trying to make some interesting videos about tasting beer and about the science of tasting and about like what goes into beer and that kind of stuff. If you have things you'd like to see in that regard, please leave a comment and let me know, or just send me a message directly. That works too. And that stuff is going to be on YouTube. And I'm going to share it on the Ölsmaking group as long as they let me, because it's not going to be beer tasting. Then I'll be sharing it there. It's also going to be in English, just like all of these have been, so I hope that's not a problem. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I hope it's a good 2021. I hope it's a fucking better 2021 than it was in 2020. Jesus fucking Christ. It doesn't have a high bar to clear. All right. Have a wonderful Christmas. And thank you again. And enjoy this fantastic beer from Graff. Thank you to the breweries. Thank you to Lindheim, to Fatlagret, to Graff, and to Monkey Brew. You hit the ball out of the park almost every single time. I am so impressed. You guys do an amazing job. Keep it up, and I want more of this. Please, I want more of this. All right, that'll do it. Thanks for following. See you next year. Cheers.